Welcome back to the baddest, the illest, the dopest show on this side of the Sahara, if I do say so myself. In case you're just tuning in, this is the award-winning program that is Grapevine. Now, I got to have a chat with a young, beautiful lady from Kenya and a handsome young man from Norway who together form the Unganisha musical duo. They talked to me about their musical journey and how it is going on this far. Let's listen in.
My name is Labdi. I'm a singer-songwriter and performer, and I play an instrument called orutu. I'm from Kenya. Orutu is a single-stringed fiddle from Western Kenya.
I'm Bernt. I'm an electronic musician, producer, composer from Norway. I'm based in Oslo. I started as listening to rock when I grew up, so I'm playing in rock bands. Started with guitars and fuzz pedals and all that. Eventually I got more interested in the pedals and like exploring different soundscapes and yeah, doing all of that. And then I've also always been interested in like computers and technology and building stuff and all of that. So I started music technology, studied that in university, and that really like opened up everything for me. And it was really when I moved to Oslo like 7 years ago, it's when I really focused on my artistic career and sort of dived into it. I kind of like moved there head first without thinking about it and realized when I came, it's like, oh, maybe I don't have money for rent next month, but you know, find a way to sort it out.
That I used to write music for a high school girl band, and they just quite couldn't sing the music the way I had it in my head. So I decided to sing it myself. So I went into, you know, that period between high school and university when you have like a year to just do nonsense. I decided to go to Saudi Academy, and I was in a program called Raw Talent, which really was helpful in my music career because it taught me how to sing and use my voice better. But then the only challenge I had there was that I felt like I needed an instrument to complement my voice and my style of singing because it wasn't particularly European or Eurocentric. So when I went to the university, luckily it was kind of far from the music school, and then I was doing fine art, that's my main skill set. And we had a few units in the music department of Kenyatta University, which is lovely, and that's why I saw the orutu, and I decided to teach myself how to play it. We have different gender roles when it comes to instruments, and I had an interesting conversation with someone at the airport the last time I was there, and he was like, why are you playing this instrument? It's for men. Can you just play other instruments for women? I was like, 2020, which year are we in? Excuse me, sir, hello. Move on. Well, it came from a point of advice from my uncle, who's an amazing musician, and the great Ayuba Gada. Yes, he was very influential in my decision to go that way. And also, I felt like I needed to tell a story that not many people like to tell, especially the young people. We like to be associated with Western music and all of that. So I wanted to tell a story that is authentic to me, and the only way that I can be authentic towards myself and to my people is by playing music that is traditional.
We have a mutual friend, and I asked her to connect me to Labdi the first time I came to Nairobi. So not for the sake of doing a collaboration, just to have like a contact into the music scene and you know, like see what's happening. So we met on Alchemist in 2016, just for coffee, and it sort of grew organically from that, we started exchanging recordings like voice notes on WhatsApp. I took it into my software and started making some tracks based on that. Yeah, it was sort of like a very slow process in the beginning because there was no goal, there was no, we didn't know where this was heading, if it's going to be anything. And then I think it was 2017 was when I managed to get some funding in Norway to bring Labdi to Oslo, and we did our first show.
The fact that we didn't have any goal or any idea or any, anything to look up to made it so much easier, because it's like, oh, this is cool, we like this, okay, next song. That's just how we kept moving. Yeah, it was interesting in that sense. And also I realized that through this collaboration, or through just putting my music or my ideas through this, it fortified what I do, it fortified my traditional side.
Most of the songs I think have started out with me having like a sketch on some maybe sometimes just like a bass line and a beat or some melody or something. And then from when we meet and we just go through all the ideas that I've made since last time, I would say, I want to work with this one. And she works so fast, so she sits down and listens to this for like 10 minutes, and then she has lyrics and melody ideas. So we start putting that in, and then we start to arrange the song and structure it and like make it complete, and then I come in and maybe add more stuff. So it's really like we need to be in the same room at some point to really like have this like bam 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 back and forth.
It's important that we get things right, especially for our market that is growing, So these are some of the challenges we face. We have no genre, and we write in languages that are unpitchable.
Yeah.
Grown a lot, especially in Kenya this past couple of months, especially after the release of our song called Lwangni Hotel, which is more relatable, more danceable, which is great. And we had a show the day before yesterday at the Alchemist, and the reception was amazing. It was really, really good. We had a couple of shows also in Lamu, and 2 shows in Lamu that were amazing. And it's important for us to note that, because I personally thought that our Kenyan audience would be the least receptive, because you know how Kenyans are, where it's like, what are you doing? Yes, you have paid to be here, so dance, perform. So it's good that we got that experience, and we realized that our music is growing and people are receptive to it. We have like diehard fans now.
What has really worked out well both here and in Norway is the live shows, and that has been super well received. So I think that is like our biggest strength so far, is to do more live shows, and then people come and say, oh, this is okay. They experience it in a different way.
This month, it's called Kucheza, which of course is to play, and that really speaks into our kind of style of music, just having a good time, letting people dance and have a good time. So we're really excited. We should be releasing it on the 28th of January.
I'm interested to see the reception when people get to listen to our music in a more like in a longer time span, and a more I mean, for me, like when I grew up, it was all albums and EPs, so I'm still very like attached to that way of telling a story over more songs, so you have like a journey to go through and not just like one-offs.
So you can find us literally on everything. These are Bandcamp, also
iTunes,